Ubisoft has announced Watch Dogs Legion. Now, this is essentially Watch Dogs 3, and they've also announced a release date for this, which will be October 29th, which is interesting. It's going to be coming very close to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now, Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks like it's probably going to be coming around mid-November. I don't think there was an actual date announcement, although I didn't watch the Ubisoft forward, so maybe they announced it there. But yeah, very close for two Ubisoft games to be announced or coming out together around the same sort of time period. Now, there's a 7-minute gameplay overview trailer, and it's interesting that they didn't really do a cinematic trailer for this. They've just gone with the straight gameplay overview trailer, which is good in a way. We don't really need that cinematic trailer, but it seems like for their big tentpole release games, Ubisoft goes for a cinematic trailer, like for Hyperscape, and for what you'll see later for Far Cry 6, they also had that cinematic trailer to begin with. Watch Dogs, they've just simply gone with the gameplay trailer. I don't know what that says to me in regards to, I guess, the pecking order of all of the Ubisoft games, but it seems like Assassin's Creed is definitely the bigger game versus Watch Dogs. Now, this 7-minute trailer was pretty interesting. I did take some notes about it. So basically, essentially, there's been a terrorist attack in London. The game is set in London. Time period's not mentioned, but it seems like it's pretty similar to the time, our time. You can see already there's a London eye there. And there's been a terrorist attack, and the government has enlisted a private corporation to help with the security of the city. And obviously, it looks like from the trailer they're the bad guys, and they're the ones being quite authoritarian towards the citizens of London. Now, Watch Dogs, as everybody knows, is like a sort of open world city game where the special abilities are where you're hacking into things and you're trying to work out how to solve the mission with the hacking elements that you have. So, for example, they showed one in the trailer where you can hack into a car and then you can just drive the car around when you're not actually in the car. Seems like Watch Dogs 3 is more of the same. Now, the big change in what Watch Dogs 3 from the trailer it looks like is that you can recruit a variety of members, and they all have different abilities to your, I guess, legion, and then you can choose whoever you want to go on into your mission. So then that kind of opens up different ways to attack each mission. So, for example, they showed off about 4 different types of different members that you can choose to go. So there was a construction worker, and he was able to hack into the car and then drive that car around. And he was able to use a drone, a very large construction drone, where he hopped onto the construction drone and just flew everywhere. And he had a nail gun for a weapon. And overall, he looked like the type of melee character that you would typically find in that type of game. There was also this drunken guy who beat up people with his beer glass. There was a tech person who used more stealth to, I guess, with their mission, they use a lot more stealth and tried to sneak around people to try to get their way past enemies. There was a hitman who specialized in a lot of like very cool attacks. So there's a whole variety of ways to play the game. Now, the only thing that concerns me still is the way that it looks like the game is still set up. And we've had this issue before with a lot of Ubisoft games where they would have a number of people dotted across the map, or there would be some sort of like family tree of bad guys, and you kill off all the underlings before you get to the main boss like for example in Ghost Recon or Assassin's Creed. And it looks like they're kind of doing the same thing here, because for a split second they showed off the map with a whole bunch of icons or faces of the bad guys that you had to go and kill. And you had to go and acquire the target and then go and kill that target. So kind of looks like you're just going to go and find out who the bad guy is and then go to that spot and try to figure out a way to like take him down. So it's kind of more of the same Ubisoft like cookie cutter design. So I guess if you totally happy with that, then you'll like Watch Dogs. But if you've kind of seen that one too many times, then maybe you'd probably just want to wait it out and see if and maybe watch some gameplays or let's plays to see if this is the type of game that you want to play. But Watch Dogs Legion coming out October the 29th, and there's definitely going to be more information as we get closer to the game release.